just going to quickly go through my little Spirit Lifter album that I made for the Create Boutique challenge on YouTube. I worked out I had 4 crafty people who lift my spirits in various ways. First was Stephanie Alexander, an Australian restaurateur, cook, writer, and she's lifted my spirits for as long as I can, well, certainly as long as I've been married, and cooking independently. Her books really inspired me. Back in the day we used to do dinner parties and you just break out the Stephanie Alexander and impress the socks off everybody. You know, if you use one of her recipes that it works brilliantly. She challenges you all sorts of ways. One of her recipes that I use seldom, but is absolutely to die for, is Angelica tarts. And the way that these challenge me is that you first have to grow your Angelica, and which is fine if you've got your own garden, but if you're renting, as we are now, you have to grow it for a couple of years before you get the thickness of the stems to be able to candy it and make the tarts. But the good news is my Angelica is in its 2nd year. It's growing beautifully and I'm just about to candy some stems and we'll have Angelica tarts this Christmas. Thank you, Stephanie. And also she's doing the gardening with school children, which is a great initiative. That's a national initiative now. She started in Victoria, teaching children how to grow in the school gardens and local gardens, and then how to cook the food and enjoy it. And she's done a lot of great work, and I think that's very, very much a spirit lifter when you think of those sorts of things. This page was hard for me to do. I've never done a layout before, so I had too much focus on this. There should have just been a single focus. This was not good. But it's all there. All my thoughts about her are there. And why she lifts my spirits. The second one is Create Boutique herself. She's from the Netherlands. She's such an imaginative and creative person. She's very relaxed and is not challenged by the way things turn out. She's very accepting. It is what it is, and she makes the most of it. And so I enjoyed doing this page. I did lots of stenciling, which is something that she does a lot of. There's a lot of resist, word stamps, things with wings, an owl, because she's got some lovely owl stamps she sometimes uses. And I even did one of a little girl here, and I think maybe this might be, oh, you can hear the dog next door. His family must be home. I did a little girl peeking around the side of because that is one of her images that she does very frequently, is she just draws these wonderful faces and images. And so last night I thought I will put one on. I wasn't going to, because I didn't really want to sort of try and copy what she does, but I thought, you know, this person with gold in her hair and a sleeveless orange sundress could have been me when I was a girl. So the imagination is boundless. So I enjoy doing that. This next one's an absolute disaster. This one is for Jen of Genevieve Designs. It's purple. She loves purple. That's probably the best thing going for it. She does this amazing stuff with embossing paste where she puts it in an icing bag and creates texture and design. Well, I once used to be able to ice. I helped my mother make my sister's wedding cake, and they've been married for over 50 years, so hey, it's a long time ago, and guess what? I've lost all my icing skills. What on earth possessed me to think that I would just pick up an icing bag and do it? For cakes I made lots of birthday cakes and cakes, but they're generally just covered with a buttercream or something similar. You know, not the fancy, making yards of lace and Cornelli work and all of that detail that you do for wedding cakes and things, and I just was going to start again. I thought, no. One of Jim's philosophies is recycle and reuse and accept what it is and just get on with it. And so I did. So apologies to Jen. It doesn't do her technique justice, but it's my effort. I put a little butterfly here, this little pocket, because that's what she makes projects with, pockets and designs. This flower, the butterfly, were things that she's created. So that one was for Jen, and the last one was for Therese of Lost in Paper. And this one was so easy to do because I make cards and so I understand it. I really admire her work, so I sort of know her look. And while this is nothing as good as she would make, the design principles are there. The gold that she uses a fair bit of in just little touches. Wide open spaces, the white, it's clean, it's clear. The little black sentiment banner, that's something she does. And also the layered words, all are wonderful. She also introduced me to Stacey Yakula. She was, I think, on the design team for Purple Onion Designs a while back when I first started looking, and I just fell in love with these little images. And so that's why that one's there. Also it's a bird, so it's flying up. And so that one was very easy for me to do. It just fell together. I feel a bit ashamed of this one. This one is just too wretched. But she still lifts my spirits, and she's given me a challenge now to do better. So I'm not sure whether I'll actually start icing again or whether I'll just work out other ways of applying texture. The other thing she does, and which I've used here, is mix your own inks and spray, and so there's a lot of spraying, a lot of layers. Wonderful depth of colour. This one was simple. I like it. I love the depth of the background, the layer on layer on layer of the stenciling, and the what is it? It's gesso resist. That's it, gesso resist. So there's lots of gesso in there, and colours and inks, and there's gold. You can't see it all, obviously, but yeah, this one I quite enjoyed doing. It was quite easy. And this one again is a mess, but I tried to describe some of the ways in which she lifts my spirit, and this has been doing so for a long time. You know, her recipes, her words, they were the things that I put down underneath. They were the basis of it. But as I worked at it, I realised they're deep and intrinsic, but it's the things that she does now that she's retired. She's got one restaurant still in Melbourne, but her big iconic restaurant has closed down in 14, 15 years ago. We ate there as often as we could, my daughter and I. Fabulous, fabulous food. But the work she does with children now is just amazing. And that's about it. And what's more, I got it into a spiral bound hidden book. Now this is one of Stephanie's books. It's a copy I got at the tip shop for 50 cents, so my copy's still safe and sound, don't worry about that. I did the hidden binding thingy with the zeta, the O wires. Works treats. It's nice and flat, turns easily. You haven't got the distress of catching your O wires on something as you pop it in, so it can sit on the bookshelf and look quite normal. Thanks for watching. That's it from me. Talk to you soon. Bye.